From the Bramble Jam Podcast Network studios, it's the Diss List with Bran Dan. It's the Diss List with Bran Dan. It's the Diss List with Bran Dan. It's the Diss List.
What is it?
With Bran Dan. It's the Diss List with Bran Dan.
Boom. Hi, everybody.
Oh, boys.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Casey and the Moneymakers.
It's great to be here today, and we are joined by one Ryan Pappolla. He's back.
He's back, baby.
You might know him from Deck the Hallmark. You might know him from one of the
Mission Mondays. Very
Mission
successful
Mondays.
there, yeah.
You might know him from one of the first diss lists we ever did.
Best sports movies of all time that I put in air quotes if you're watching on YouTube.
Pretty open and shut list.
As contentious of a diss list as there's been.
We sent Rye Guy the options, and he chose a more contentious list.
That's
I
right.
think.
So tell everybody what list you chose and why you chose it.
Yeah, it was a pretty lengthy list of options for my list, and Disney songs just kind of kept coming back to me. Now, I believe I'm a bigger Disney fan than either of you. Bran, I know you have ties to the area, but
I do have ties to the area. Thank you.
You're a bigger Disney World and Disney collectible fan.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we all have an affinity for it, but I'll be honest, like, to pull the curtain back, I selected this, and then
it's not a good curtain. We got to get it replaced. Sorry,
WD-40 on the curtain.
Yeah, this is my fault.
I quickly realized just how impossibly tough of an assignment this was. And without giving anything away to YouTube, we've talked a little bit about how just really challenging this was. And so I'm passionate about, music and Disney music, much like, a lot of people. But it's just banger after banger. And I know that we like to establish like rules and format anyway. I quickly had to like self-impose because for me, I quickly had to narrow it down to Disney animated proper because like Bran, you can relate to this. I'm sure Aaron can too. Like trying to figure out where like You Are the Music and Me from High School Musical 2 fit in.
No, to be fair, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we did before we let you dive into this list. That's one of the only times we put any parameters around it, because you're right. I think there are 12 songs that have to be on this list, and there's only 10 spots. And I know that you're going to come up with some ones that are just the brink of this list, and I'm already mad about it.
Come on.
But if you're out there and you're a super Disney head, they all had to be in animated Disney feature films.
That's right.
Because even with that list, it's crazy. What you had to do was way harder than sports movies here. And I want that set up front before I say anything that may be construed as mean. I want it set up front that this was an impossible task that you did choose yourself, but it was an impossible task.
Yep.
And we did narrow it down to animated Disney feature films. So no DComs, no live action Disney. No
scores. Like, remember the Titans and Mighty Ducks could have made some noise.
No soundtracks.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, and if it's been made into a live action, you can't choose like a new song from that.
Correct.
Right. I would say, I believe I spoke about this with one of you. I'm to Dan's point, basically. Yeah, I'm focusing on just like we're not doing the John Legend, Ariana Grande Beauty and the Beast, which is a great version of Beauty and the Beast.
The Panic at the Disco, Into the Unknown, phenomenal.
Yeah,
not doing it.
Like you can't do it. You can't do those. It has to be the song from the movie as originally written and performed.
That's right. And so before, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So, no, go ahead, Bran.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, before we dive in, really quickly, a reminder of the rules. This is your first time joining us. Ryan is going to give us his whole list. He's going to explain each one, why it's on the list. And then after we see his full top 10 list, Dan and I are going to get to make some changes to try to make it even better, if you will. And Ryan will ultimately get to decide which of those lists is the best. Those changes are, we can do 2 do replaces, so we can take one of your songs away and replace it with one that we think deserves to be on there, and we can do 2 swaps. So if we think that whatever you have at number 9 is too low, we can move it up to where we need to and move that one back. And so those are the moves. Is it going to be enough? Who can say? But I'm excited to dive into this. Let's do it.
I just am already so nervous. I don't like. I just. Like
me too.
You did such a bad job on the sports.
I
movie
took this
list.
very seriously.
And
I
I know
took
you did.
sports very seriously. But
I know you
I took
did.
this. I just want to say before we start, Brandon, I'll fire up number 10 in a second. The difference, I'm not exaggerating.
It's
I know I'm
crazy.
hyperbolic a lot. The difference between number 10 and number 26 for me on this was a fraction of a fraction. Like the honorable mentions, we would be here all day. It's like, and so this was really hard. And I'm sure there will be some surprising Rye Guy-like ones on here, but this was very difficult, and I took this very, very seriously.
My thing is at some point you had to decide whether this was going to be Rye Guy's nostalgic Disney list or it was going to be the best list, which is the thing we ran into with the sports movies. And
Sure.
here at the Disc list, unfortunately for a lot of people listening who get frustrated, best is favorite. So like my guess is there's going to be some songs on here that are not a top 10 Disney song, but in nostalgia, the nostalgia of when you grew up is going to take over. That's what I'm nervous about here. That's just all I'm saying.
All right.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's
right.
kick us off. Number 10. Where do you want to start?
All right, at number 10, we'll start with one from Rye Guy's childhood era. We are going with Reflection from Mulan.
Dear God Almighty,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Could have
I don't have time
gone,
for this.
Could have gone.
I don't have time for this.
Make a man
Right?
out of you.
You could have gone Make a Man Out of You. You could have left the movie that takes place in Asia where Eddie Murphy is a singing, talking dragon named Mushu off the list entirely. You could have done that.
I need you to stop slandering Eddie Murphy. He can do
And
no
by the
wrong.
way, hey, I am not here to. I'm here to talk about the music.
That's
all
right.
Like
He's
know,
not here
like,
to dive into
yeah,
anything else.
Yeah.
So why
Reflection top 10?
Now, keep in mind,
Oh
and
my
this was
God.
tough for me. This isn't the Christina Aguilera version, which is and then, hey, that 2020 Mulan, not a great film, but go listen to Christina Aguilera's 2020 remake.
2020
of
Mulan
Reflection.
is miles better than the original cartoon.
Yeah. I like it. I'm just saying it's not a great film, but
No, it is not a great film. No.
But listen, it's I like Mulan as a picture, and then the chorus
As a picture.
yeah. It has,
All right, Roger
the-
Ebert, slow it down over there.
Yeah.
It's a
all
good
right,
picture.
Gene.
It's a good picture.
All right, Gene. No, listen. This it tells the big thing with Disney is the "I Want" song, right? It's like where we get the audience to figure out the character's motivation, our hero's journey. There will be a lot of those on this list. I really like Reflection, and I think it's an effective "I Want" song. And a Man Out of You, right? It didn't have to be Mulan in number 10. There was some. Oh, by the way, one other rule: there can be 8 Lion King songs on here. I did not limit myself to one song per movie.
I can't wait for numbers 7 or 8 on to be Lion King tracks.
He just said the rest of it's the Lion King soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like Reflection more than any other tracks on the Mulan soundtrack, is what you're saying.
It was neck and neck with Man Out of You. But again, there was so many. This number 10 was the hardest spot.
I even
9
like Girl with Fighting For. I think there's a lot of good tracks on the Mulan soundtrack.
But guys, I don't know if
Not
you know
to mention
this.
98 Degrees closes out the movie.
I don't know if you know this, but this is supposed to be a list of the 10 best Disney songs from any animated feature.
Yeah.
Okay? Reflection is not a bad song. I would say Make a Man Out of Me is probably a little bit better, but I don't. The fact that you think this is the best song in this movie is
Really close.
of no consequence to me.
Really close.
The fact that this movie doesn't age well is of no consequence. I don't care if you put a song on here. This is not a top 10 Disney song.
Wow.
In your opinion.
You've upset Dan
There are
already.
entire soundtracks, Grammy Award winning legendary music. Rye Guy, we don't have time for this. You can't do this.
I think we got time for it. I love Mulan, and I make no bones about it. And
Shocks no one.
I wish it was more Eddie Murphy. And do I think Reflections is the best track on the album from the movie? No, I do not, but I'm not upset to see it on the list.
These spots are so sacred. Like literally.
10 was the toughest. I was 9 through. I
This
came
is
up
Brink
with my.
all over again.
This is Brink all over again. But I don't know.
Brink
I got to
was
be
10.
honest.
You're
I'm
right,
just
yeah.
telling you right now, if you think there's a dividing line between 9 and 10, I can't wait to see it. Because
Wanna do
10 is a.
Yeah.
I don't know if 10 would. I mean, are you counting all the movies that were done in CGI too? Like, are you accounting all of the animated films that come after the golden age of hand drawn?
Yeah, I'm not like. Oh, yeah, I'm not like a big Tangled guy, but that was eligible.
You're counting
Yeah.
Tangled. Okay, you're counting Tangled.
Yeah.
You're counting all the Lin-Manuels. You're counting all the way back to Bambi and Snow White. And Reflection is 10 for you.
Yeah, boy,
God Almighty.
Yeah.
That is
Hi ho.
No,
is
no,
a,
no.
Hi ho's
Hi
not
ho's
on
a
here.
bad
Hi
ho.
ho is a
High Ho's
slapper.
not. Okay, so
Yeah, it's a slapper.
I'm just letting you know, if I have to list them, I don't think Reflection's in my top 50. And it's not a bad song.
Wow.
That's how good Disney songs are. It's not top 50.
Whistle While You Work.
Whistle While You
that
Work?
yeah, that's not on here either.
That's hey,
But,
no, listen. No, I like the pick. I like it at 10. Let's see what you get at 9.
All right, number 9, big gap, gap year between
gap
10
year.
and 9. Yeah, we are going, so to the point of CGI films, Dan, perk up, bud. We're going,
This is going to make me so, I don't know what we're going to do.
we're going from Frozen 2
Oh.
into the unknown.
Oh. So
I-
not Let It Go.
Oh, my God.
Let It Go is the most overrated song in Disney
Okay.
history.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, that don't
It's not
confuse
the
that
most-
with overplayed. It's also overplayed, but
Yeah.
it's also just it's not. Let It Go isn't even the best song on Frozen. And so
It's not the best song on Frozen. You said it from your
Yeah.
lips to God's ears.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't. I think most overrated is hyperbole, but I'm with you. I'm with you right now. Keep going.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about this.
So Into the Unknown.
say more.
Is, Idina Menzel rips it. I will say, and tell me if you guys think this is disqualified territory. I think it's fair at times to be merging the animation that was corresponding with the song in the film.
I don't think that matters at all. I think that's not how we're doing this. But it's your list. If you wanted to do that, then that's
impossible
fine.
to separate on some of these.
I got you.
Reflection doesn't meet that criteria, but
Yeah, exactly.
But Into the Unknown does. I just think the musicality of it's great. Now, Dan mentioned it earlier. Panic at the Disco version.
Brendan Urie on this track is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's unfair
but
good.
I just it's a different type of song for Frozen. There's even pre-Panic. There's a harder edge to it, and I love it. It's catchy. You can work out to it. There's a lot.
Hey, if you're late tuning into the disc list, we got Ryan Pappolla on the line. He's doing his top 10 Disney tracks to ride the elliptical to.
Yeah. He's at
and
the
so-
gym.
Where are you going?
Brad, that was a nice falsetto. there.
Thank you. Yeah.
By the time she reaches the top of the mountain, the only thing similar to it is when Tom Cruise is getting ready to do the free fall
of course.
in Mission Impossible 7. And so I love Into the Unknown. I love Frozen 2. Not a perfect film.
God.
But the genesis of a great film was there. Dan, I think we were talking about that offline one time.
You and I have texted about Frozen 2 and Into the Unknown multiple times, and I'm not surprised to see it on your list.
Yeah, great song, and I'm not mad about it. And again, it was locked and loaded. 9 through 1, I felt convicted about as needed to be on the list. Into the Unknown is one of those
we
songs.
can't have Ryan on the show again. Brian, what do you think of Into the
Well,
Unknown?
I do love this song, and I sing that little all the time, like all the time. And so I don't know if it is the best song from the Frozen franchise or the Frozen, either one.
Froyo, if you will.
Froyo.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Frozen in some way, shape, or form, which, by the way, could be the water, because water is memory.
Memory, you get it. What about the Sixth
I
Element?
think it has. I do think Frozen needs to be represented on this list, and so I think I'm okay with this.
Let's get a few things out of the way first of all. I think Into the Unknown is the best Frozen track. I think it's the best Frozen track. I think Rye Guy is right about that. I think Let It Go is a good track. I think it is overrated. I think Into the Unknown is peak Frozen. I think if you're going to include a Frozen track, this is the one to include, and this is about the space in which to include it. Do I think it belongs in the top 10? I don't know. You could maybe sneak it in at 10 and you wouldn't hurt my feelings. The problem is that there's decades of songs that are just so incredibly iconic that make that really, really tough. If this would have been 10, I would have been like, not on my personal list. However, I get it. I get why you did it. And I get how you wrinkled the page here. And I think that that's fine and great. My concern is that Reflection is 10, which I, unless you really get your act together, that's got to be gone. And the problem is it's at 10. And so you're going to have bigger issues further up the list where it matters more. And to put Into the Unknown on this list after Reflection is really tough. The other issue I have is Frozen 2, flat out not a good movie. I love
it's not a bad film.
It's not a good movie. I love what they're going for. I think what they're going for, there was a phase where my kids wanted to watch this movie every weekend. I've seen it like 15 times. And after about the dozenth time, I was like, they tried to reverse engineer a movie where this is a real female empowerment movie about stepping into the best version you can be and being who you were meant to be. But
you just got to do the next right thing.
The navigation, navigation to get there is absurd. And I also love Lost in the Woods from this particular film. But the movie itself is absurd. And I don't like the movie, but this song is amazing. And after Reflection, I'm just glad it's not Reflection again.
Yeah, what if it was all top? It was all Reflection.
This movie would make my top 50 for sure. It would probably make my top 25. So we're getting there, and I'm encouraged by that.
Okay.
I just want to say everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls.
Amen, brother.
There you go.
Amen. That's the whole thing you need to know.
You got it.
Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere. We're doing stuff. I do think that Dan's a little bit, he's calmed down a little bit. If we had a heart rate monitor on the screen, you would see that it's kind of leveled out a little bit. I can keep it on here if you guys want to see it. It's not going to be nearly as fun as you think, though. Give us.
I popped to 76 beats per minute during Reflection. That's what I was there. So I know. Up from 68 though, so it did get me going.
Give you a little spike.
Bit, yeah.
Okay, let's get to number 8.
Number 8, we're gonna go back to the 90s. A film I saw in theaters after I went to a karate class birthday party.
Oh no!
And
hold on, the birthday party was at the karate place?
Yeah, I don't remember the kid's name, but he used to go to my karate studio. He moved, but then he had a birthday party at his karate studio, and afterwards, our respective mothers took us to see Hercules Go the Distance.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Ryan.
Okay.
There are movies outside of the era of Mulan and Hercules considered by many to be a real low point in Disney animation.
What? But Dan, you just said Disney animation has nothing to do with, this. I mean,
yeah, it does. Usually those high golden ages of Disney animation have the best songs.
Hypocrite Harry over here.
Hypocrite Harry? What are you talking about?
He is being a hypocrite Harry. You're right. Yeah, you'll listen back. You'll hear it.
Okay, I'm sure.
Hypocrite Harry will hear it.
This is absurd.
Go the Distance is an objectively great song. I think Bran will be with me that for people of a certain age, means a lot. But
for
I
people
think
in between 30 and 35 that like the Power Rangers, Go the Distance is a top 10 Disney track.
I think the song has aged very well. And Hercules, although listen, I give Hercules credit for big swing, really interesting elevator pitch of an idea.
What if Jay Leno was in it?
I don't think it's the best film, but I think Go the Distance is a great song. You can work out to it. And
there we go.
I mean, so,
they add another one to the track list for sure.
So is Reflection the cool down? Like, when do you listen to Reflection during your workout?
You're doing it's like that's the 5-minute walk on the treadmill.
Okay.
Like you're reflecting on the workout.
You're reflecting on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a workout list, but this is interesting. It's an interesting wrinkle.
Go the Distance is a great song.
Anytime that you have to defend a top 10 song by saying that you could work out to it is that's embarrassing.
No,
Go the Distance is a great song and an imperfect film, but a great song all the same on a top 10 songs list.
Brandon, you with Rye?
So I'm not with you on this one
because it's ridiculous.
Well, I do like the tune. I don't care about Hercules, and I never have. I saw it as a kid, and it just wasn't for me.
It's not one I go back to a lot.
It's not a great movie.
So while I like the song fine, I have never actively sought out this song or this album to listen to. But I have with the other two. I've listened to the Frozen 2 soundtrack many times. I love the Mulan soundtrack. And so this is the first one that gives me a little bit of pause. You know, as I'm thinking through the changes that I can make, I feel like this one might be up in the air for me, even though I do like the track. It's just kind of one of those that I don't go back to often. And so for that reason, I'm out. Dan?
It's only number 8.
This is we should stop. We should stop what we're doing. But Rye Guy, this is not. I will admit, I was 14 years old ish when Hercules came out, and it was not. I was a cynical teenager, and I thought it was too good for Disney cartoons. I watched it again with my kids. A practice that has shown new light on many a film for me, many a picture, as you would say, Rye Guy, of like. That makes me appreciate movies that I probably wrote off when I was in high school and in my early 20s. I rewatched this movie. It's still not good. And not only that, this song is not a top 50 song. Like this song is 100% worse than Reflection. Like it's not a bad track. There's that many good Disney songs. When I'm saying this, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying, Rye Guy, every time,
top 50?
It's not even close. I don't even know if it's top 100.
Oh, wow.
Rye Guy.
Oh, dude.
Hey, Rye Guy, I'm not. Listen,
Dan's mic, Aaron.
I looked at
She doesn't
Billboard's.
control that, but yeah.
I looked at Billboard's top 100 Disney songs in preparation for this. I don't think it made it. Like, Rye Guy, I don't know.
Thanks for those hard and clear facts, Dano.
I'm trying to. But you said top 50. I don't know if it made top 100. Like, I think we just have too narrow a scope here. My problem is not that this is on the list. It's a sham that's on the list. My problem is that we are entering rarefied air of songs that have stood the test of time or have been viral hits, either modern viral hits or songs that have stood the test of time for decades and decades. And we are throwing them out the window for Hercules and Mulan. And Ryan, you got to get it together, buddy.
I don't think you are allowed to say that Go the Distance hasn't stood the test of time. People are still covering it in 2020.
The problem is I don't want
That's a
to
good
list
point.
any other songs because part of this is us trying to pick songs that you don't like. I don't want to pick anything or I don't want to point out any examples, but needless to say, there are dozens of songs that are far more iconic than this song.
It was on the punk rock cover album that came out this year by Disney.
Yes, it was.
I don't know if that means anything.
But
I think it means something.
It is a song much more in its era of fans than transcendent. It doesn't transcend eras. It just doesn't.
Well, hold that thought, Dan. So we want to go to number 7.
Yeah, let's go to number 7. It can't get
7.
worse than this. Here we go.
All right. So I felt like number 7 was my first real zag. Where people.
Your first real zag. He went Mulan, Frozen 2, Hercules out of the gate, and he's like, now I'm gonna get crazy on you.
Yeah, so at number 7, one of my 3 favorite Disney films of all time, underrated classic. Underrated soundtrack. We brought in the big guns at number 7 from Oliver and Company. Why Should I Worry?
That's a zag.
I love this song.
That's a freaking zag. Oh my gosh.
Listen, now, I don't want to get too in the weeds. Bran, you much more so than me, but we've both dabbled with music in our lives.
I'm a dabbler.
Musicality wise, I mean, like, think about like who we have on the track. Think about what's going on. I mean, Why Should I Worry is a certified slapper. If we are just talking about the catchiest song so far on this list, it's Why Should I Worry. I got that sweet. Apparently, he's not saying sidewalk fare. He's saying Savon fare. And Why Should I Worry is incredible. Oliver and Company is incredible. Whoa. Joey Lawrence is the voice of Oliver.
Billy Joel singing on the track and a voice in the movie.
Yep. Do I think that because Oliver and Company as a film is slept on and kind of got lost in the shuffle as just pre-Disney Renaissance era?
That's right.
Do I think that Why Should I Worry has kind of got like it's lost media, if you will? Yes. But if we're just looking to tap our toes, Bran, Why Should I Worry? You can't do much better just with songs in general than Why Should I Worry?
Yeah. It is a good track. I know you quite well now, and I know your love of Oliver and Company, and I haven't had the strength. Oh, bye.
See you, bud.
I haven't had the strength to
Catch you
tell.
on the flip.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. There's Oliver.
There's Oliver, and there's the Company. I haven't had the heart to tell you that I just don't care that much about Oliver and Company, and so
that's not an uncommon opinion. It's wrong.
I feel the freedom to do that now here on the show, and it's
Sorry,
tough
guys.
because I did the song is indeed a banger, and so I'm in a hard place because to me it is hard for me to kind of remove this. Like the song from how important the movie is on this list. And so it's tough for me to see Oliver and Company ahead of, like a Frozen or something like that is because it's all connected for me. But the song is a banger and I will give you that. And so I'm going to have to do some soul searching on what to do with this one.
Harry?
Rye guy. I went to the movie theaters under a half dozen times before the age of 10. One of those trips was to see aforementioned Oliver and Company.
Are you more Oliver or more Company?
No doubt about it. I'm down to 51 beats per minute, FYI, if anybody wants to see that. I adore Billy Joel, and this movie holds a special place in my heart because I was 5 or 6 and I loved it. This song's amazing. I love this song. It's one of my favorite Disney songs that has ever been made. Ever. But,
all right.
Being who I am as a human being, it would never be in my top 10 Disney songs of all time because of the fact that it's Oliver and Company and it's a deep, deep cut that most people don't really know. I bet you there are people listening to this right now that can't even sing it. And I think that should be the number one. If you're making a Disney top 10 list of all-time animated songs, when you reveal your choice on the list, people should automatically be able to sing it. And I started singing it immediately. I may have even sung it some out loud. I love this song. And the good news for you, Rye Guy, I'm letting you know ahead of time. I would much rather remove Go the Distance and Reflection over this. So I'm not
thanks for the good news.
I'm not taking this off the list. Now, do I think that this has come in a part in this list where we've sacrificed an all-time great song to put it on the list? Yes, that's what's happened here. But if we're going to sacrifice an all-timer, we may as well do it with Billy Joel and Oliver and Company, a movie that has a special place in my heart from an artist that I love and a song that slaps. So of your 4 choices, this is my favorite.
Wow.
Means a lot coming from you, Dan.
How about that? Let's do one more and then go to a break. How about that? Does that sound good for everyone?
I guess.
Great by me.
Okay, good.
All
right,
Is this where we go to a break? I
Hit-
thought we go to a break after 5, after this one, and then we do those, and then we go to a break and make our list.
That's exactly what I said. We're going to do this.
Oh, I thought you said
and
let's
we're
go to a
gonna
break.
Take a
I'm
break.
sorry.
Sometimes it's like you when you're with me so
Sometimes.
long, you don't listen to what I say because there's a lot
Doesn't
of
make
words.
sense,
No,
yeah.
I get it. All right, number 6, hit me, brother.
All right, number 6. I would say that this is probably the beginning of the next tier list. I would say 6, 5, and 4 is its own little tier for
These
me.
all have to be iconic. They all have to be.
And number 6, Disney Renaissance film. Not a song that I find myself going to all the time, but if I'm talking about if I'm to me, this is the ultimate I Want song. I really think it changed the game
I'm getting so
in
nervous.
a lot of ways for Disney animation in terms of what it did for going forward. Part of Your World from the
Yeah.
Little
Wow.
Mermaid.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say about Part of Your World, The Little Mermaid that hasn't already been said? Changed the game for Disney, and it really was, the first of its hey, let's do Broadway, but with animation, right? I mean, so, and that's, really what the Disney Renaissance came to be. The animation on this film and on this scene is incredible. The Little Mermaid is my least favorite of the Disney Renaissance films, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
There's.
Are we talking Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid? Is that what we're
I
talking
think
about?
that people I think that those would be the Mount
Yeah,
Rushmore,
that's my least
right?
favorite. I would agree. Yeah.
And so, but again, it's really hard to find the line of like where the film stops and where just the song begins. So make of that what you will for everybody else. But this song is incredible and had to be on the list. And so number 6, feel like is a pretty solid spot for it, Brandon.
Yeah, listen, I love Little Mermaid. It is not my least favorite of those 4 that were mentioned. I think it's a delightful film. I think that this song is fantastic, and I'm happy to see it on the list. Is 6 a little low for Bran? Maybe. I don't know. It feels low, but I don't know what you have 5 through 1. So I'll have to search my heart a bit. But I love this song, and so I'm happy to see it on the list.
I know I'm giving Ryan a hard time. That's part of the bit here. I love the guy. He's made some really terrible choices so far.
I love the guy. Really terrible choices so far, right, guy?
I tried to make a top 10 list, and I've not locked it in yet because it's that hard. This is really hard. This movie was gonna be on my list somewhere 6, 7, 8, 9. It was gonna be on my list somewhere 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 is where it tops out, not because it's not super iconic and super important for Disney and still a really important, like a song that people sing still to this day on the regular, and it's close to 40 years old. It's a really good song, and it deserves to be on this list. I'm glad we're in a little bit of a groove now, Rye Guy. I think this is right song, right placement. I know that I grew up in that Disney Renaissance time. I think you probably need a track from each of those movies. This was the clear winner on this one. Yeah. You're going to have a lot harder time with those other 3 movies picking the one track you want on or going multiple and leaving them off. And if you don't have all 4 of those mentioned on here, then I might throw the table over. But my thing is this, see
what happens.
Those 4 movies, if you pick one track, and I got to be honest with you, 2 of those movies you can pick 2, 3, or 4 songs off of. If you pick one from each of those, then all you have left is 3 other songs. And that's where the Go the Distance and the Reflection gets to be a problem, because you could have had 5 more that I think you could have instilled a much wider swath of generations and eras in it. So now I'm very scared at what's coming up next.
Yeah.
I was about to give a slight spoiler of what wasn't on the list to your point, but I won't do that.
I love it.
I don't know if this matters to anyone else, but as far as songs that I will hum on a regular basis, like without thinking of the movie or whatever, so far on this list for me is Into the Unknown and Part of Your World. Those are the only songs that I kind of come back to on a regular basis and hum out of this first 5. I don't know if it means anything.
Why should I worry would be the 3rd for me.
But I'm just thinking out loud here. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to 5 through 1 on Ryan's list of the top 10 Disney songs here on the Dis List.
It's the Dis List with Bran Dan.
Yeah. Sit on down, everybody. How are we doing? We're doing good? We're doing good. All right. We are counting down the top 10 Disney songs according to our buddy Ryan, who has brought his list. So far, we have Reflection from Mulan at 10, Into the Unknown from Frozen 2 at 9. We have Go to Distance from Hercules at number 8. Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Co. at number 7. And then number 6 is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. That gets us to number 5.
I feel like we've really righted the ship here, Rye Guy. We've righted the ship. We're on the right track. Feel good about it.
All right, let's see.
How it goes.
Number 5, hit us.
At number 5, we're staying in the Disney Renaissance.
Okay. All right.
We're staying in the world, if you will. Follow me here.
Part of your world.
Yep. We are going a whole new world from Aladdin. A whole new world. So animation on that scene, incredible. The song itself, incredible. I also will say, as a big Disney head, A Whole New World has basically, in my opinion, become one of the shortlist theme songs
Yes.
of Disney.
Yes.
You know, if they're playing a travel commercial to try to get you to Orlando, they're doing an instrumental of A Whole New World in the background of that travel commercial. That doesn't necessarily mean it should make it on the list, but I mean, if again, just to answer your point, to try to rank Disney Renaissance songs was a very, very difficult task. But you know, this jumped out immediately and had to be on there. I think 5 is a good spot for it. I love this song. Shout out to what's his face from Full House, even though he's not the one singing it. And great song.
Steve from Full House.
Yeah.
Playing someone from the Middle East.
Could have been Eddie Murphy. Would have been.
Could have been Eddie Murphy.
This song slaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what you have 4 through 1.
I can't imagine.
This
I can't imagine.
seems blasphemous at number 5.
It's
in
unbelievable.
My opinion.
It's unbelievable.
I think that this is one of the best songs from one of the best movies. This is one that I will sing on a regular basis. My wife and I have karaoke'd this track on multiple occasions. There's lots of use cases for this song. It's a absolute banger. Number 5, I'm not so sure. Seems low to me, but I'm thrilled to see it on the list. I can't imagine that there is a list anywhere of the top Disney songs that does not have this song in the top 10. It'd just be ridiculous to me. This song is a no-brainer. Great choice to include it. 5, not so sure. Dan?
Could you talk me into the fact that there are possibly 4 Disney songs better than A Whole New World, and convince me that because I was 9 when it came out and I saw it in theaters, that it was my nostalgia that wanted me to rank it so high? You could convince me. It would be difficult, and I doubt the 4 you choose are going to do it. This song was the first song I thought of when I heard we were doing Disney songs. Now, you know, I just think we are borderline disrespecting it here at 5.
Is it because you had a crush on Cartoon Jasmine?
That's neither here nor there.
It doesn't
Who's
matter.
to say?
It doesn't
matter.
That shouldn't come into this discussion.
It's not.
My crush on Cartoon Jasmine shouldn't come into this discussion.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter who. Here's the thing. Aladdin has at least 2 tracks that are 2 of my favorite 10. At least
What would the
2.
other one be?
Friend Like Me. Like, for me, 9-year-old kid, the quickness and speed of Robin Williams was a revelation to me at 9 years old. And I know that Friend Like Me probably shouldn't be in the top 10 all time, and I'd have to extricate my nostalgia from my brain working to be like, don't put it in there. But I love that track. This is the most iconic track. You can ask anyone, literally 5 to 60 years old, to sing you a bar of A Whole New World, and I guarantee you 90% of Americans would sing it. This is what I'm talking about. There are 10 songs like that out there. This is one of them. I personally would have it much higher than this. This is rare air. This is the good stuff. Happy it's on the list. I'm starting to think about the songs that aren't going to be on your list, and I'm pretty mad about it. I'm glad I can take that off of that list to put it on your list. I appreciate it.
Don't you dare close your eyes, okay?
My favorite Disney cartoon. It's my favorite Disney hand-drawn cartoon for sure.
All right.
Hand-drawn for
We're
sure.
moving. We're
Yeah.
cooking. We're
Yeah.
cooking here. Let's get
Yeah,
to
we
number
are.
4.
Number 4, A Dazzling Place We Never Knew. This is the end of this tier for me, and I really debated trying to get this a slot higher, but I just couldn't do it. 3 through 1, as we will get to me was Rarefied Air, but this was really close. Obviously, it's at number 4. A song that has stuck with an entire generation of people, now reaching multiple generations, plural of people.
What are you talking about? Is it generational or not?
Sometimes
The way that you're pitching it sounds like it's only for a select few.
At number 4, from a Goofy movie, I'd
What?
Bum, 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 bum.
No!
Bum, bum, bum,
no.
bum, 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 bum. Tevin,
Rye guy.
Campbell.
I know you own Goofy movie merchandise. I thought this would be your 10 pick. This is
Not as much.
abhorrent. Oh my God. Go ahead, Rye. Go ahead. Do your thing, man.
Very similar in the sense of Why Should I Worry? I mean, if we're just talking about the catchiest tunes on this list, I mean, you could argue that in terms of 90s pop songs, this should be on the best 90s pop songs list. Bran, I think you'll be with me there. The song is great. The song is also, much like a lot of these songs, very important to the film's plot, and similar to Oliver and Company, just because I would also argue that Goofy Movie is a not as deep of a cut. It literally just got a documentary on Disney Plus. I mean, that's where the multiple generations come from.
Yeah, they're probably the same age as you that made it.
I feel like a Goofy Movie is aging very well, Harold. And I have.
At least it's the proper name now. It's not Harry. It's not a nickname.
I'm respectful, if nothing else. At number 4, Eye to Eye, I feel great about it, and
You should
one of the
feel terrible
catchiest
about it.
songs of all time.
Bran, you love this song. Go ahead.
I adore this song. This is not only one of my favorite
This song
Disney
could change the
songs.
world.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love this track. The problem with songs like Eye to Eye and Why Should I Worry is that they are so kind of their own thing. That it's like it's hard for me to even compute where to put it, because this is an absolute banger of a pop song. And it's like sandwiched in between A Whole New World and something
Broadway
else
tracks.
that will be probably back to form as far as what we think of with Disney songs. And so it's like number 4 is somehow too low for me and too high at the same time. And I don't really know what to do with it, because I love this song. And it's one of those that is really hard to know what to do with it. Weirdly enough, it would be like, you said that you expected it to be 10, and it kind of like makes sense at 10.
It makes sense for Rye Guy to put this at 10
because it's like it's
Yeah.
a pop
Or at
song.
4.
It's a pop
That's
song and all this
absurd.
stuff. But this song is so good, and so I see how you got there. I'm not upset about it. Love Goofy Movie, a smooth hour 12.
Yeah,
and
72 minutes.
And love the track, love the dance. And shout out Tevin Campbell.
I want to be very clear. There are 3 Lion King songs that all could be in the top 10, and they're not going to be the top 3. I know
There's
it now.
2 Goofy Movie songs
There
that
is
could
not.
be in the top 10.
There are not.
Still could be.
Right. Here's the thing is, everyone listening right now, anyone
Yep.
that was not born in the 1990s that's listening right now is going, I don't know this song. That's what they're saying.
You don't know that.
Here's how
can't
you
make
know I
such
know
a
it. It's
blanket
because the
statement, Dan.
double decker chat is going right now, and I waited to say that until I saw everyone go, do I know it? I have no clue what this song is. I'm serious. Sing it, guys. I don't know it. I don't know this song at all.
Bran, give him a few bars. Bran, give him a few bars.
Fine, we'll
Dude,
never to par apart.
so good.
And
Great.
maybe love is the
Awesome.
reason why. First time ever.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, Rye Guy? Not only was that beautiful,
Brandon and I were harmonizing.
This
Dan.
song, the delay was bigger than I think you think it was. This song is an absolute pop banger. There's no question about it. It's a pop banger. It comes from a movie that is buried under a heap of better Disney cartoons.
Oh,
And
come on.
It does. From its own era. It's not a top 5 Disney cartoon from its own era. Okay? Second of all, this is a song that plays like a pop song. It is, you can't sing it. If I ask anybody 5 to 60 to sing this song, unless they were born in your little tiny wheelhouse of 5 years, it just wouldn't matter.
Our little tiny wheelhouse.
It is patently absurd that this is up here in rarefied air with the greats of the great Disney tracks. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Everyone is thinking of a song. If you're driving right now listening, if you're wherever you're listening, you're thinking of a song, whether it's Friend Like Me or Hakuna Matata or whatever that song
Doggy
is.
Go Home.
That is inevitably not going to make the list. Doggy Go Home, I got bad news. I
he's
told
gonna
Ryan
make
he
it.
couldn't.
That was
couldn't
11
play.
for me.
But
Yeah.
my thing is this, is like, I am.
Doggy Go Home. Get out of here and just
Man.
go home. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
It's almost,
Doggy Go Home.
it's almost too pure. It's almost too pure for this list. It's so good.
It's a really good track.
My thing is, Rye Guy, it's
Yes.
Friend Like Me, that's a song I immediately think of. I know it doesn't belong on this list. But when Eye to Eye makes the list,
You don't know that.
it makes me angry for my song like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes me angry because I'm like, Eye to Eye doesn't belong. I've admitted to myself, Friend Like Me doesn't belong on this list. Why can't you admit Eye to Eye is a personal favorite that is not a top 10 Disney?
Best favorite's best. Best is favorite.
Best is favorite, everybody.
We made the rules.
You're right, I'm wrong. Here we go.
Top
Top 3.
Lee, clip that off.
Top 3.
Clip that
Here we
off,
go.
Lee. Clip
Top
that
three.
one off, Lee.
Yeah, Beth Ann says she likes Doggy Go Home better than Eye to Eye. And you know what? Early results.
It is a really good song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's a really good song.
Got a lot of soul to it.
Doggy, go home.
It's gonna make
Go
some
on,
noise
get-
on
All
my
right, top
Spotify
three.
rap.
So help
Yep.
me if there's a second Goofy movie track. I'm going to jump through the screen like the girl in the ring and murder you myself.
Number 3 from Treasure Planet. I'm kidding.
God.
I do love
Treasure Planet's a banger. It's a good
great
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a
I
good
think it
song.
just had songs from like Sum 41 on it,
Yeah,
though, right? It
it was
wasn't
a-
like,
it
what
was
is
a
it?
weird-
Yeah. Lit or one of those bands.
All right, top 3, baby. At number 3,
Oh my God. I'm so nervous now.
we are back to the Disney Renaissance.
We're back to the Renaissance.
And really, again, its own tier here, 3 through 1. Ranking 3 through 1 was an impossible task for me. But
I'm so
ultimately,
nervous.
the titular song from Beauty and the Beast, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my God. Wow. What are we doing?
Wait. Well, how could you possibly have beef with this?
Is this Right Guy? This is not the song from this track, from this soundtrack. This isn't it.
The ceiling is the roof. Yeah.
Be Our Guest is it.
Be Our Guest is great, as is Belle.
Belle is great.
That was great.
Yeah, Belle is great.
Gaston.
Gaston's good.
Better than this?
Yeah, no, this is
Oh my gosh.
when we are talking iconic Disney songs. Everything we just mentioned right before this, sure,
Is better than
also
Eye to
iconic.
Eye. Exactly.
No,
Yes,
but like,
we got it.
no, I mean,
Yeah, better than
that's-
Reflection,
I mean,
better
I
than Go
guess
the Distance.
literally
We got
just
it.
by
Yes.
the
Let's
by
be
the
careful.
skin of its teeth, it got number 3 over Eye to Eye.
You
But
tried to slide this up ahead of Beauty and the Beast. You tried to slide Eye to Eye up ahead
It
of
was
Beauty and the
close.
Beast.
There
Do
was-
it, you
there was
That
a
was
coward.
bit,
hysterical.
Do it, you
There was
coward. It's not
yeah,
too
there
late.
was a there was
he
a
slid it ahead of A Whole New World.
there was a notes app rearrange right before I sent this to Brand for sure. Listen, if we are combining animation with the audio,
Okay, different story now.
Well, that scene literally changed the game
because it
right?
used
I mean,
computer generation for the first time.
Yeah,
It's historic.
yeah.
No, if
Literally
we're talking
changed it,
about
yeah.
the cinematic like history here, and you're going to tack the song on there, then I'm with
Well,
you.
Dan, at times you've told me we have to do that, and
Yeah.
at times you've told me we shouldn't.
When
do
have I
that.
told you we
so
have to do
listen
that?
to it back, bud.
When have we told you we have to do that?
Listen to it back,
Okay,
bud.
I'll listen to it back.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it back.
Beauty and the Beast, Murder, She Wrote. Shout out to Angela Lansbury.
That's right.
Angela.
Yeah, but no, listen, there are covers of this song that I believe top this. There's a trailer version of the live action with John Legend and Ariana. The drums are insane. But this song's great. And the moment is great. And Dan, you can say whatever you want, but I would be hard pressed to believe that if we're looking at a cumulative list of, top 10 Disney songs of all time, this is going to crack a lot of those. And even if it doesn't, I don't care. It's number 3 for me.
Be Our Guest cracks a lot of them. This one does not. I will say this. I'll go first this time. My qualm with this is the song selection. Beauty and the Beast, the fact that it's on this list somewhere is not a problem.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah, it's Tale as old as time. I think there are 2 or 3 tracks better than this one. I also think the fact that this is ahead of A Whole New World is a sham. Within the Disney Renaissance, if you wanted to rank the top 10 songs in the Disney Renaissance, which would have been a challenge in and of itself, like A Whole New World to me, it's duking it out with Elton John and the Lion King. That's what it's duking it out with. And I don't. It's tough for me because I like 3 tracks better than the Beauty and the Beast in this one. But if I am granting you that where the song appears within the movie matters, then this has to be on this list. Personally, on my top 10 list, you've only had 2 of your 8 tracks that would make my top 10 list. But this song would not make mine. But if I was doing a list where the track had to match what was going on in the animation, this song is historic. And so is it a much better selection than several on your list? Yes, it is. Would it be on my list? No, it would not.
Brand?
Well, I think one of my hotter takes in life is that I
Here
don't
we
like
go.
Beauty and the Beast
Oh.
nor the soundtrack.
Oh,
I don't
You don't like Belle?
I don't.
Oh.
It's fine.
oh man.
And my hotter take is my
What they're
favorite.
doing with syllables on Belle, Brand.
It's really well done.
Bonjour.
My favorite Beauty and the Beast in the song is the added original from the live action. That's my hot take. And so
The Josh Groban one?
Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. Shout out Grobes. I don't really know. I understand that there is a lot of importance to Beauty and the Beast in regard to the Disney franchise and all that.
Oh, you think it's a big deal?
I think this movie's a big deal.
It gets Brand's was a big deal stamp of approval.
Yes.
It's nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, nominated for Best Picture Oscar, I believe.
I understand.
Whatever, it's not even.
I understand that it is a big deal. I just don't care for the movie or the songs. And so what am I to do?
Oh no.
I don't know.
If
Why
he
should
takes
you worry?
Beauty and the Beast
I don't
off
know.
this list.
This is what I gotta mess with
I-
because it's like I want to win too. I'm a pick me boy. I want Ryan to pick me in my list. So that's where
Bran, I'll always pick you.
So
Don't
my
worry
thing
about
is
that.
this, right, guy? I know you're always going to pick Bran, and I'm up against it here, but also, Beauty and the Beast. Like, I have so many fish to fry on this list. Like, Beauty and the Beast, I kind of breathe this as I simultaneously was like, why did he choose that song? I kind of breathed the sigh of relief that it wasn't some weird track that was from some like Disney, from like Anastasia. You know what I mean? Like,
Not a Disney film.
I'm thrilled that it was.
20th Century Fox.
I'm just
Dan.
giving you a hard time. Just calm it down. I'm just
technically
thrilled.
they own it now.
I'm thrilled that it was not like that. It was something that at least made sense, and your reasoning was a really good reasoning. So I can tell you this. This would not make my top 10. I can only get rid of 2 of these songs. That is a mountain in and of itself. And this song isn't near your bottom 4. So, well, it is. It's probably bottom 4. It's your 4th worst choice in my opinion. But I've only can get rid of 2. So it's safe for me, not because I want to win, just because I'd much rather this be represented than some of these other songs.
I just want to say real quick for the listening audience,
Yeah.
when I said I'll always pick Bran, I meant in life.
Yeah.
Who I pick here is still up for
Thank you.
debate.
Okay,
People-
Let's give some sort of veil that I have a chance here.
Well,
Okay.
the integrity of the game matters. All right, number 2.
Here we go.
Number 2, still from the Disney Renaissance, depending on who you talk to.
Oh
at
no! So
number
it's from
2.
Pocahontas.
From Pocahontas, which we're just here to talk about the music. I do think Pocahontas.
Now it doesn't
visually,
matter. Now it doesn't matter when the song's played in the story.
I think that Pocahontas, from a visual,
I dare you
animation,
to
and audio standpoint,
I
go
dare
ahead,
you to
Dan.
choose a song not "Colors of the Wind" right now.
I'm going Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas.
I'm going Savages.
Yeah, just around the river bend is a slapper.
Bombs. That's
Yeah.
true.
Whatever you guys say.
Pocahontas, from a visual and audio standpoint, is a slept-on masterpiece. What they're doing with animation is incredible, and the soundtrack, although has its warts, is Colors of the Wind is an iconic song. Undeniably, unabashedly, if Eye to Eye and Why Should I Worry are stray selections for some, Colors of the Wind is not that, just because it is from the tail end, depending on who you talk to, of the Disney Renaissance.
Not the Disney
and so
Renaissance.
I don't think, in my opinion, just my opinion, I do not think that this is an example of me being 5 and this song being from my childhood and sticking with me. I think that this song has absolutely stood the test of time, and I promise you with all of my heart, the fact that Tori Kelly has covered it had nothing to do with
Oh,
it.
of course it didn't. There's no way. There's no way it did.
Listen, I like to think of myself as a forward-thinking fellow, a bit of a progressive thinker, if
Yeah.
you will. I become Alex Jones Infowars when it comes to Pocahontas. I'm like, this movie rules, and the soundtrack slaps.
The animation on
happy it's
Pocahontas
on the
is
list, and it's a great song. It's too high, yeah.
Way too. Oh, are you kidding me?
It's too high? Yeah, but Pocahontas rules. And so that's where I'm at. Dan?
Pocahontas is a movie I could show to high school U.S. history students to tell them about American nationalism and how terrible we were to systematically kill a group of people. Having said that, Alex, this movie, this
They're putting stuff in the water, bro.
this song would be a song that you would consider to be an iconic Disney track. Would it make my list? No, because I don't like the movie. However, am I surprised to see it? Or no. And I will say this: your reaction is seen and understood, and I agree that it is somewhat hypocritical. This song is a song that if it shows up on a top 10 list, I'm not mad about it because it does represent one of the most iconic songs in Disney franchise history. I think if I was making my list, and when I tried to make my list, this was somewhere in the top 20. It is an important Disney track. The animation is beautiful. The song has stuck with us for going on 30 years now. I get why it's here. Here's my issue. This is number 2, which is just Bubba bonkers for a number of reasons. And I'll say it now because there's only one left. For those of you who are worried that maybe all of Lin-Manuel might not be on this list, for all of Phil Collins might not be on this list, for all of the Lion King might not be on this list, your worries are going to be proven to be correct in at
Why
least
should you worry?
2 of those 3 categories. We have sacrificed. And then another track that I think is maybe my favorite Disney song of all time that I've not mentioned. We're sacrificing all of Phil Collins, all of the Lion King, all of Lin-Manuel. We're doing 2 of those 3 things in service of a goofy movie, reflection, and go the distance. And that is absolutely unconscionable. So hit me with that number 1, right, guy?
I just real quick, Trash in the Camp with Phil Collins and NSYNC was not eligible for this list, or else it could have
Trash in the Camp. Oh my God.
Well,
I don't want to talk to you.
I'll just.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
But didn't we already say Doggy Go Home's not going to be on the list? So that's
That's another one.
That's another
one.
Yeah.
For all you Doggy Go Home people out there.
Bummer for Beth Ann.
Yeah. And there's some people who are just clicking in that Moana and Encanto both qualify. They both qualify, guys.
How far I'll go was really battling it out for
it didn't quite crack Goofy movie? Get out of here.
It was nowhere close to eye to eye.
Get out of here.
I don't appreciate the Goofy.
Give me your number
movie
1.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
At number 1, we are still in the Disney Renaissance. No clarification needed this time.
No way, no how.
At number 1, we are going from The Lion King.
There we go. Yeah.
It's the greatest Disney song of all time. It's The Circle of Life.
Yeah. Full chalk here.
Yeah. And, I played with, maybe it's not number 1. And then ultimately, whether it really doesn't matter what narrow or wide a lens of a discussion we're having. If it's wide lens, the animation coupled with the song is incredible. If it's just the song, you have full body chills if you're just closing your eyes and listening to it. It's transcendent. It's probably, for all intents and purposes, arguably the greatest thing Disney's ever done. Elton John is the man. The Lion King is an incredible film, but even if the film stunk, the first 5 minutes of this film and this song as a whole are a masterpiece. It's the greatest Disney song of all time, Brad.
I agree with you here. This is a perfect song. And I'll say this. Obviously, we know about Elton John, his involvement with the soundtrack, and it's wonderful. When I saw Hans Zimmer live a few years ago, and I was somehow unaware of his involvement with the Lion King soundtrack, and to hear this song live with Hans Zimmer and the full orchestra, it is one of the highlights of my life that I didn't even know was going to happen.
You hear that, Brand's wife and kids?
I said one of. It's marriage, kids. It's Hans Zimmer live.
Hans Zimmer live. Zim.
And so. Sandwiched in between Pirates of the Caribbean and Inception, we get the Circle of Life live, and it was
let's go
unbelievable, an absolutely magical experience. This song rules. It will forever rule. It's number 1. Great choice at number 1.
I've got so much work to do on the rest of this list. I'll keep this short. This song is amazing. And The Lion King could easily have 3 tracks, make the top 10.
Yes,
Can
totally.
You Feel the Love Tonight? Hakuna Matata. Rye Guy clearly went with 1 per. That's what he did. I think.
It happened by accident. I wasn't against it.
Okay.
I wasn't, but the
I was
way it
trying
happened
to give you
was
an
by
out
accident.
as to how Can You Feel the Love Tonight isn't better than Reflection or Go the Distance, but you didn't take it, and that's fine.
Most of that scene takes place during the day. But
oh my God, here we go again. This song, if A Whole New World's not one, this is one. This song is 1, period. It's hard to make a bad version of this song. It is a foolproof, bulletproof, amazing, transcendent song. You're right. Chills every time. Broadway play, chills. Yep. The live action Lion King, that version, chills. The hand-drawn animation with this, get out of here. I like Aladdin more as a movie than Lion King. This is peak Disney. Wow. This is the peak Disney song. A great number 1. Thanks for giving me less to worry about, Right Guy. Really nicely done.
Why should you worry?
Why should I worry?
That's the whole ball game.
That's right.
We got a lot to think about.
We did.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to try to figure out what we're going to do.
Here we go.
Reminder, Dan, you and I both get to make our own list out of this while only doing 2 replaces and 2 swaps with what Rye Guy has given us. We're going to reveal those lists on the other side of the break here on
Deck the Hallmark.
The disc list.
Dang it.
It's okay.
Dang it.
It's okay.
It's that disc list with Bran Dan. Woo. Who said Deck the Hallmark earlier? That
was weird.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. All right.
We took an extended break there.
Yeah, we did.
have given this a lot of thought. A reminder really quickly of Rye Guy's top 10 list. Rye Guy, give it to us really quickly, starting with 10.
10, Reflection from Mulan. 9, Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. 8, Go the Distance from Hercules. 7, Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company. 6, Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. 5, Part of Your World from Aladdin. 4, I, 2, I, those are spaced out, from A Goofy Movie. 3, Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. 2, Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, arguably a Disney Renaissance film. And number 1, Circle of Life from The Lion King.
There we have it. You did say, you
10.
accidentally said Part of Your World instead of A Whole New World for Aladdin, but it's fine. We know what you meant. A Whole New World from Aladdin. Shout out.
5, A Whole New World
That's
from
right.
Aladdin. 4, I to I.
Right.
Those are spaced out from. Okay.
We got it. We got it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, all right? I've given this a lot of thoughts, and I've decided I am kind of throwing out this whole idea of I'm just going to do best as favorite, and I'm going to deal with the ramifications. I'm not trying to win. I'm doing best as favorite, and so I'm making the bold decision to get rid of Hercules and Beauty and the Beast. I know. Call me crazy. I don't like Beauty and the Beast. I don't want it on the list, so I'm making some changes.
Beauty and the Beast, right?
What I do want to include,
it's giving me a chance.
It's just
I have an actual chance here.
It is important for me to include a track from Encanto.
Yes,
which
it is.
Is just an absolutely phenomenal movie.
Absolutely.
And a phenomenal soundtrack from start to finish. Just
so an opening weekend.
Banger after banger. Yeah. And then even more importantly to me, and this might be an age thing, but I had to include a song from Tarzan.
Let's go, Brad.
And so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to include a lot of people might think that I should do We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to do my favorite song from the album, even though it's very tough. I'm doing Surface Pressure.
Great choice.
And then thank you. And then from Tarzan, I'm going to include You'll Be in My Heart.
Yeah, you are.
Obviously.
Yeah, could easily be top 5, Brand.
And so here's what I'm going to do. Are you ready, Ryan?
I'm ready.
I'm getting rid of Hercules. I'm putting in Surface Pressure and Encanto at 8. I'm getting rid of Beauty and the Beast. Haters call me later or email.
Haters call him later.
And I'm going to do You'll Be in My Heart at number 3. I think it's just one of the most beautiful songs to ever be created, and it needs to be on this list. And then for my swaps, I'm going to move Frozen up and Oliver and Company down, mainly because I just think that Frozen and the soundtrack that from both 1 and 2 belong higher than Oliver and Company, and so just do with that what you will. And then I'm going to move A Whole New World to number 2 and Pocahontas down to 5 because that's where it belongs. The Aladdin soundtrack is the second best soundtrack that Disney's ever done, Lion King being number 1, and so I righted that wrong. And so I left Reflection at 10. I moved Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company down to 9. Surface Pressure from Encanto is a new addition. It's at number 8. Into the Unknown up to 7. Part of Your World at 6. Colors of the Wind is now down to 5. Eye to Eye. I didn't touch it. And that was hard for me as
But
well
Beauty and the
because I
Beast
could have moved it
gone.
up.
Wanna move it
I
up,
have
yeah.
4, Beauty and the Beast, Get Out of Here, You'll Be in My Heart moving up to 3, A Whole New World up to 2, and the Circle of Life, not just a circle, but the circle of Life.
It's the
That's right.
definitive
Is that
one.
number
Yeah.
1 where it belongs? That's my list. Early thoughts, Ryan. First you're seeing of this.
Yeah, there's obviously some positives and negatives. I mean, for me, obviously, you got rid of number 3 and you moved number 2 to number 5.
I
But
messed with your top 3
Yeah.
hard, and I
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
but you know, I can't be upset at your 1, 2, and even 3. And Tarzan had several tracks that again were very close to making it. So, but losing Beauty and the Beast, both the song and the film, from the list is a big one. But let's see what Dan
Did
does.
you even consider it an Encanto song?
Did you consider any Lin-Manuel? Oh, you did. You said Moana. That's right.
How far I'll go? I think at one point was 10.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
So
No,
yes.
but no Encanto even considered.
I like
crazy.
Encanto the film.
The
a
music's
lot.
better than Moana, in my opinion.
I don't agree with.
I
but-
think it's one of the best Disney albums start to
of
finish.
all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dos Orejitas should have been like that song is amazing.
I think my love for Lin-Manuel is well known.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Clearly
my
not with
Lin-Manuel
See,
All
he
time.
likes
right now.
Ryan Johnson. He's excited for Knives Out.
Number 3. Who isn't?
I know.
Yeah, who is it? It's
Okay.
3. It's the third one.
All right, Dano, give us the breakdown. How'd
So
you
I
shape
got to be
this up?
honest. I thought what I ended up doing, Rye Guy, was going to win me some points with you, but I also thought it was too much for me to have a chance to win. Bran taking Beauty and the Beast out of this list
Open
Yeah,
the
it's a
door.
game changer.
gives me a chance. I don't think it's much of one, but I think it's a chance. I decided the way I went about this was different than normal. I usually have 2 that I definitely want in there. I had so many I wanted in there, I decided what to take out first. The 2 that I decided to take out were Reflection and Go the Distance. I think they represent an era that is basically the Saved by the Bell, the new class of the Saved by the Bell being the Disney Renaissance.
I own all 7 seasons of new class.
I know you do.
DVD.
I think it is a watered down era of Disney animation. I think those songs are fine. They're in many cases, those songs are better than the movies that they are in. They don't belong on a top 10 list. There are other songs that don't belong, but why should I worry? But I love that song. So I'm going to keep that song in there. So those are the 2 that I took out. To choose 2 songs to put on this list was impossible because I wanted to replace 7. I wanted to replace 7 of your songs. I can only replace 2 of them. I had as a list of possible songs to replace 7 of your songs. You'll Be in My Heart, all of Encanto, all of Moana, 2 more songs from Aladdin, 2 more songs from Lion King, among many others. And
Anything from Moana 2?
nothing from Moana 2, if you can believe it, because it is where they reprise We Know the Way. That maybe.
Yeah.
So that was tough. I got to be honest. Brandon and I didn't plan this. Swear to God, we didn't plan this. The 2 he chose, which were both on my list, were the next 2. So I'm actually Brand's list and my list are the 4 that I would be trying to replace on here because You'll Be in My Heart. It killed me not to include it. But I had to include one that I think everybody sleeps on and forgets about that I think is so good. And I'll tell you that one last. I 100% included How Far I'll Go from the Moana soundtrack.
Great song.
We Know the Way and How Far I'll Go are both as good as Disney gets. They are authentically Disney to their core, but they're better. They're more inclusive. They're more outstretching. They're just better. Both of those songs are amazing. How Far I'll Go. Come on. That song is an amazing Disney track. It's got to be on this list. The other song that has to be on this list is Remember Me from Coco. Coco is one of one, in my opinion, from the Disney Pixar collabs.
Incredible film.
Amazing film. I was a 6-year-old man when I saw this movie. I bawled like a baby in the theater. There is nothing more powerful than encouraging all of us to remember. That is how you love, is to remember. This song, the lyrics, amazing. The musical styling, fitting the genre of what's going on and kind of this Dia de los Muertos theme, amazing.
Show off.
The fact that this song, Rye Guy, to use your argument that when the song is played matters, that this song is the twist in this movie, is gut-wrenching. This song's amazing, guys. It is a song, and I will say this, if you use my litmus test of, or will people be singing it in 50 years? Maybe not. I sing it all the time. My kids love this song. It's an amazing song, and this is where I have chosen best as favorite because there's so many I wanted to take off. I'm so glad that you included Encanto and Tarzan because either way, either one you choose is going to have 2 of the 4 that I wanted. That makes me feel better. So here's what I did. At 10, I put in Remember Me, but then I swapped it with Eye to Eye.
I see what he did there.
So
That's a sneaky
I
move.
kept Eye to Eye on the list, right, guy, because I had bigger fish to fry. But because
That's
of
a real nice thing to say about.
no, it's fine. I know I'm not winning any points, and it's okay, and it's fine. And if I lose because of this, that's fine. I think you would admit, outside of your adoration for this song and the fact that it's a good song, where it stands in the canon and in the history and the annals of Disney movies, it's tough for me to argue it belongs on this list, even though I do love the song and the movie is just fine, right? So I moved it down to 10, but I kept it on there. I kept it on the list. Into the Unknown. Great track, best Frozen track, kept it on at 9, even though I think a lot of lists that I looked up had Let It Go, and I think Let It Go deservedly has a right to maybe be on this
More
list.
iconic.
I just didn't want it on the list, so I'm fine with that. At number 8, I put in How Far I'll Go from Moana. I wanted it higher, but there's nothing I could do because I decided to get rid of Reflection and go the distance. I almost got rid of Eye to Eye and put it way higher, but then it was like, I think Eye to Eye is a better song than Reflection and Go to the Distance, so I kept it in. 7, Why Should I Worry? Shout out to my boy Billy. 6, Part of Your World. 5, I switched with 2, and I think everyone listening will agree with me. Every single person, even people that worked on the film Pocahontas. We moved A Whole New World. I think this is just a natural switch.
Look at Dan, you and I both did this. So.
A Whole New World. Yeah, both of us did this. We didn't even talk beforehand. A Whole New World, it belongs at 2. A Circle of Life 1, that's just how things should be. 5, for Colors of the Wind. High for me, makes sense. I think that's where it belongs. 4, I have Remember Me. Replace Reflection, then switch with Eye to Eye. I think Remember Me is 4 is maybe where I would actually put it, maybe a spot high. Maybe I'd put it at 5. 3, I kept Beauty and the Beast. Keep that in your head, please. I kept Beauty and the Beast in there. Number 2, switched up to where it belongs, A Whole New World. Number 1, The Circle of Life. I don't love it, but I feel better about it. And I tried to honor you. Rye Guy, by keeping Eye to Eye and keeping Why Should I Worry, which are 2 definite zags on this list. I tried to honor you there. But Remember Me and Lin-Manuel now get a place here. But if you choose Brands, I'm not going to be mad.
All right.
Is
All
it
right.
time?
It's time.
It's time. If you need a reminder, there's my list.
I took a pick of
There's
both.
Dan's list. Yep. Okay.
And you both took liberties, but listen, that's part of the deal here, right? I mean, and this is tough, but Dan, I have some bad news.
Yeah, not surprising at all.
We're gonna need a new bit because I'm going with your list.
Whoa!
It's
oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
Ultimately, the
Wow.
1, 2, 3 being Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
The Beauty and the Beast of it all is ultimately what killed Bran
Thanks, buddy.
there.
I knew what I did.
yeah.
when I did
Because
it.
here's the thing, like if you're looking at Dan's list, it doesn't even really necessarily matter what those 3 songs are.
That's
It's like
right.
if we're talking about the greatest
Yeah.
Disney songs of all time, those are probably the 3 songs that you want in the top 5
That's right.
in some way, shape, or form. So to not have Beauty and the Beast on the list, Bran,
If-
did what I
as
did.
Can I
much
be
as I'll
honest?
always pick you, I'm not picking you.
If I had swapped 5 and 6, I would be really like, just to nudge up that Little Mermaid, that other Disney Renaissance track into that top 5. But yeah, if you look at my top 6, only one of them is a slight departure, and it's Coco. And I don't think anybody's going to say a bad word about that song. So I mean,
it's a great song.
Great
Yeah.
song. Yeah. Listen, I can't believe it. Ryan, thanks for being true to who you are as a Disney fan and picking the list, even though it was tough. I know it was tough for you. This was a blast. This was fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was so much fun.
And I'm used to not winning, but this one stings a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough. You swung big by taking
I know.
Beauty and the Beast off.
I know what I did.
Yeah,
I know what I
for
did,
sure.
and I know why I did it.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be able to sleep okay
That's fair.
for that reason.
it's fair.
That's beautiful.
But I do believe we would all say Doggy Home at the
Should
very
Doggy
least.
Home 1A. Yeah, 1A.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so shout out Dog.
Maybe number 0, if you will.
Shout
Hey,
out Doggy.
stay tuned to follow at the Diss List, and Brandon and I will do our top 10s.
There
We're
you
gonna do
go.
a top
We'll do
10.
a full. We don't do it for everything, but
For this, we'll do a full video top 10.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough.
So coming back next time for another list with another guest. Until then, keep listing stuff. Bye.
Bye bye.
It's the Diss List. With Bran Dan, it's the test list. With Bran Dan, it's the test list.